Hey everyone, it's Pastor Rick Malloy. Welcome to Truth Pastor TV. Today I want to talk about what's going on in this world. You know, we've been given such a beautiful planet and the ability to do such incredible things. But you know, I look around today and all I see is a lot of hatred. I see things that are out of control. You know, God loves us so much, and He's given us so many gifts. One of the gifts He's given us are these plants, these beautiful plants that are on this planet. And the plants have the ability to cure us of almost any disease that is common in the world today that didn't exist uh, up until, about 100 years ago or so. Depression, anxiety, cancers, stuff like that. I'm not just talking about cannabis. I'm talking about everything from wild lettuce, which is like morphine, but non-addictive. And one of the biggest problems I see with the world today is the government. The U.S., ever since it's become a superpower, basically the number one superpower in the world, they have gone all over the world and fucked around with everything, making plants illegal, something that God gave each and every one of us free of charge. Why? So that big pharma can grease their pockets and grease the politicians' pockets? It's so disheartening is what it is. Why do we need people and companies like Monsanto screwing around with our food, genetically modifying stuff? Where's the benefit there? I don't see it. Monsanto is one of the biggest producers of poisons, and they're putting this poison into the DNA of plants. Now I hear they're trying to create a cannabis that won't get you high. Well, we already have that. It's called CBD. They're trying to control us and dominate us. I think one of the biggest leading causes of uh, depression is the stress the government has put us under. You know, when both husbands and wives basically have to work to provide a kind of a comfortable lifestyle, what is that doing to the children? Where are the children getting their morals and their guidance from if they're not getting it from home? Well, they're getting it from other kids. And if you got kids leading kids, like the blind leading the blind. What need do we have for a weather modification? Yes, they can create rain in places that need rain. But firing trillion-watt lasers into a cloud, does the laser stop at the cloud? Or is it punching holes in the ozone layer? Why are we sending rockets and satellites up into space? Is it for us? No, it's for the government. So that the government could spy on other governments. But they not only have the ability to spy on other governments, they have the ability to spot a dime on your floor in your home. That power does not belong to the government. It should not belong to the government. Why does the government and religion care whether you choose to get high or not? What fucking business is it of theirs what you do with your mind and your body? You know, I'm a pastor, but I'm a naturalist. I believe in all things natural. I believe in one God. And I believe that God loves us. Gave us a beautiful planet. And what are we doing with it? We're fucking it up. We're polluting it. We're exploiting everything that's in the ground. We're exploiting everything that's in the water. Do you know that in recent tests, they're finding plastic molecules in pretty well every water source there is on this planet? That includes your drinking water, by the way. We are killing this beautiful planet. And the government is not helping us. If anything, they're making it worse. Don't you think that all the bombs that are being set off in wars is affecting this planet? Don't you think that that's not affecting the ozone layer that protects this planet? This is a very unique planet. We don't have to worry about solar radiation. We don't have to worry about climate change. It's all bullshit. I mean, some years are colder than others, some are warmer than others. That's the way it's been on this planet for millennium. But the government always needs a new enemy. And the war on drugs, let's face it, folks, it's not a war on drugs, it's a war on us, it's a war on people. Taking more and more and more freedoms away from us. When are we going to wake up? You know, I go out and I look around and everybody's walking around with their face in their phone, and yet people are blinded to what's happening around them. The amount of hatred that is going on in this world today. You know why people become addicts? I think some of it is from childhood trauma. A lot of it is loneliness. Let's face it, we don't talk to each other anymore. We text or email. People don't talk. People don't sit down at the dinner table like they used to do before television was invented. We have become blinded by such petty things. The government wants to divide us. They don't want us united, because united, we're a force. They want us bickering and quarreling over color, over religion, over sexual orientation. Who you choose to love is up to you. What you put in your body is up to you. If you choose to be a vegetarian, that's your right. If you choose to eat meat, that's your right. Why is it that people want us to think the way they do, to act the way they do? What makes them so fucking right? Nothing. My views, my opinions are just as important as the Prime Minister of this country in Canada, the President of the United States, or any other country. Why are they oppressing us? Cost of living has gotten so out of hand. Why do we have homeless people? People that are hungry? When we have, for instance, here in Canada, a Prime Minister that gives $600 fucking million to the Clinton Foundation in the U.S. What has that done for Canadians? Absolutely nothing. Why isn't that $600 million being used to put a roof over the homeless people in Canada, to feed the homeless people in Canada? We need an uprising. We need to unite all together and take over the government. So when you go to the ballots to vote, vote none of the above. There's a system in place where they take ordinary people, but people that have qualifications, and put them temporarily in charge until we find a better way. We do need a government. We do need something in place to look after the disabled, the elderly, the people that aren't working right now. We don't need a government making more laws and more rules and more subversion for people on this planet. That's not what we need. We don't need more stress. We've got enough stress up to here, and I've got no fucking hair. I can't take any more stress being a disabled man. Why are we walking around so blind when we have access to the truth now? You're not going to get the truth from mainstream media TV. You're just not going to get it. Because it's all owned by 6 multi-billionaires that control what you and I see. And they're trying to do it now to the internet. They're censoring people like InfoWars and other channels. Why? Why are we not allowed to speak our mind? To have our own point of view? Can you tell me that? Because they want to keep us divided. They want us looking at our phones and not looking up in the sky to see what the hell's going on up there. Everything has become tainted. And it's sad to say that, because there is such promise. New advances being made all the time in science and technology. You know, we already have the ability to run power without polluting the world. We don't need fossil fuels anymore. We don't need oil, gas. We just don't need it anymore. That's outdated. But most people don't know about it, because the government covers that shit up. The deep state covers that shit up. They want to milk this planet for everything that they could possibly get out of it. They want to dominate us for as long as they can. And then they're thinking of moving on to another planet when we have this perfectly beautiful one right here with enough room on it for everybody to have a home. Everybody should be having 3 meals a day. There should be nobody hungry or homeless in the world. The government and organizations like the Christian Church, there's enough money that nobody should be homeless and hungry. You know, they're legalizing cannabis here now in Canada. But is it really legalization? No. It's just more fucking rules, more things that you're going to be able to. Well, yeah, you could smoke here, but you can't smoke there. But you could smoke cancer-causing cigarettes around children out in public. Oh, but don't smoke cannabis. Nobody's ever died from cannabis, by the way. Ever. In the history of mankind. But you can't do that in public. Oh no. It's fine for mom and dad to sit down at night and drink themselves fucking silly and pop Valium and other fucking pills given to them by their doctors. But it's not okay to medicate with a plant. That is a slap in the face to God. And they will pay on the other end. I don't care what kind of drug you want to use. That's up to you. What you put in your own body and what you do to your own mind is up to you. Why does the government think they need to save you from yourself? Because they want to control you. It's become pathetic, and something has to be done. Something has to be done. I wish there was a way that we could all come together as one people. Never mind borders. Borders don't mean shit. We were given this planet. We should be able to go wherever the hell we want, when we want. But everybody fighting over, oh, this is the U.S., this is Canada, this is the world. We're part of the world. Who is anybody to tell us we can go here but we can't go there? Who the fuck died and made them God? It's disgusting. What we're doing to this planet is disgusting. Why do we need plastic at all? I mean, we could do things with cannabis, with hemp, clothing, paper, fuel, oil. The list goes on and on and on. Medication. But no, that's not good for big pharmacy. For the big pharma. No, you can't have that. Shit. Dip into their pockets. And they make sure the politicians get fucking paid. But what about you and I? All these people with their multi-billions and millions of dollars. Do you think that if the world was to ever have a mass extinction event, that there's room in those bunkers for you and me? No. Hell no. It'll be all the scientists, the doctors, the people with money. Those are the ones that are going into those bunkers. The rest of us are a fucking paycheck, and that's all we are. We do need a government. I mean, we need something in place for, like I said, for the elderly, the disabled, and so on. But we don't need more people making fucking laws. It's just nonsense. I want to thank you for joining me on Truth Pastor TV. Maybe together we can find a better way. Help spread this message. Peace. Love ya.